This is just the two of us with Justice Enjoy.
On this program, we talk about
marriage,
love,
engagement,
everything that has to do with family and love,
relationship, and we also do hookups. And as you know, every day is a marriage anniversary. Yes, today, Joy, you missed. I took a stroll to the office of this great personality. He's a love coach, a love doctor. Yes, we know we are relationship, marriage coach, love doctors, but then we still got some persons out there.
We've got a lot of great people that
love personified.
Love personified.
Yeah, and it's time.
The areas of marriage and family.
Yeah, and it's time to align with your likes. Yeah. So it's good having him on board as one of our mentors. The person of Professor Godwin Solomon Nwachukwu, the senior pastor of Grace Prevailing Ministry, the Untouchable Church, that's the ministry arm, the president and founder of VOI, Voice of Integrity International, a ministry forum that brings together ministers from all walks of life. Hey, politicians that are Christians, leaders that are Christian with integrity, pastors, workers, song ministers, drama ministers. Wow, this one pastor, one father that is bringing everybody from all walks of life together. As long as you have what? Integrity. As long as you have integrity. Hey, you're gonna be hearing him talk marriage. Talk marriage
and family.
And marriage and family, and also is going to talk, it's also going to let us know about the VOI, the ministry arm, and even the church. Hey, the next voice you're going to be hearing now will be that of the Prof himself.
They will meet you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I'm simply Godwin Solomon Nwachukwu, and I give God the glory for what He's doing. I'm privileged to be the General Overseer of Grace Prevailing Ministry, Senior Pastor of the Untouchable Church. By the special grace of God, I'm also privileged to be the International President of Voice of Integrity Worldwide, a leadership arm. An outreach leadership arm of Grace Prevailing, purely of leadership. We instill and we talk about integrity in leadership. It cuts across, not for clergy, for political leaders, for youth leaders, for entertainment industry, sports, and the rest of them. And we encourage and believe God that can still be integrity in ministry or in whatever we do, and it's a Christian organization. And we just give the glory for what God is doing already. The Voice of Integrity International has been on for years, and we've had the like of those who partner with us and has been with us, Patitomi, Cosmos Madoka, the Hebrews, the Ambassador Mini Wisdom, President Emeritus, and Tony Obani, and a whole lot of them. We've had people like the Apostle General Sulema Dubuko, we've had people like Archbishop John Asauni, we've had the National Overseer of the Redeemed Christians of God, Odeshola, we've had a whole lot of them who have been part of this, a whole lot, but to mention a few, have been part of this organization and have also been appreciated. We also have Apostle Apostle Abodenri, and it's David Abodenri. It's been very interesting, and God has been faithful in these leadership arms, and a lot of people have been blessed, and the leadership arm continues, and we just give God the glory of what He's doing. And I'm privileged to be a husband of one wife, blessed, and I have one beautiful woman. We've been married close to 3 decades, and if not more than, and God has been extremely wonderful. God have been blessed me with a wonderful, best wife I can think of and I will ever have, And up till now, we are so close as friends, and our marriage has been a blessing to a whole lot of people. And I think it's a privilege that God has given me to have that testimony of blessings in marriage. And she herself is a leadership coach known. Of course, she's the president of Beloved Sisters Fellowship, and they have their fellowship in so many countries, US, UK, Italy and Ireland, so many countries that BSF is operating. So I'm blessed with such a beautiful, wonderful wife. And I just know those who know, and those who don't know better, they have to know. That peace in ministry. That's why God has given me a covering in ministry, because of such a beautiful wife.
Talking about you being married, sir, can you remember the first word you told your wife the very first day you met her?
The first word I've told my wife the very first day I met her, I looked at her and said, I just saw something exceptional about you. And that was the first time, something exceptional, this exceptional thing about you. And she said, what can that be? I said, you're exceptional.
Wow.
I can't interpret it, I don't know it, but I just feel attracted by the exceptional aspect of your life. And that aspect attracted me to know what is that thing that is so special that a Jim Christian like me at that time would be looking for, exceptional. And amazingly, I saw what I saw, and I still saw then what I'm still seeing today. Wow. And I tell anybody that cares to hear, she's a known marriage coach, well known. I tell them, I say, whatever you hear is an example of what she is in the house. And that has been the journey. And today, I can testify about the great and testimony of this special woman. In fact, I was talking to her earlier of this one. I see the voice of a young lady that we both married many years ago. And I begin to imagine myself how still looking young. I told her, I said, you're looking too young, you're looking too fresh. And she said, daddy, she calls me the God I see. You are just looking too fresh than your age. It can only be God, and that has given us grace to produce children that has been wonderful, children that came out of our loins and became an example of a beloved children that we can be proud of.
There are 3 keys that can spice up the marriage.
Yeah.
3 keys. And our viewers want to hear from you. 3 keys that could trigger marital bliss.
Number 1 key is exceptional. I hear such language being overused but not practiced. You must first of all have what they call genuine love that goes with care. And I tell people, I said, anything you care for is what you become a welfareist. You can't care for something that you're not a welfareist. Welfareist in the sense that you must have a good welfare language and package to your wife or even to your husband. It's beyond just saying, I love you. I love you is overused. So you can love what you're not attracted to. Why? Because I just love an aspect of this person. I just love the frame. So if the frame is gone after childbirth, the love is gone. If you love the person because the person you want children for the person because you invited, if the person is beautiful, my children will be beautiful. Very sincere. If the person finish having children, and the beauty is not what you saw in the beginning, I think the aspect of that thing you love is no more there. Then number 3, people, sorry, I'm still on the point, with the first point. You see some people say they love, and what they go after is the future of the futures. They go after the futures. When the person, what you go after, if the person start breastfeeding and that aspect lacks, you say, you start. So people look for excuses that are stupid because they never have what they call a genuine love that goes with care and a welfare situation. If it's something you love, it's something you care for. And something you care for is what you put a welfareist aspect of it. You don't destroy it. You don't make it look stupid. And that is the aspect of love that I'm talking about. And number 2 is communication.
Wow.
Any marriage that does not communicate very, very well will be discommunicated. And any marriage that does not have an aspect of a genuine aspect of communication will have what we could call a lost agenda. Communication is so great because it makes you know yourself very well, not outsiders telling who you are. We've seen things that have broken marriage, and they said, somebody said your wife, somebody said your husband, and it becomes very funny and stupid. And it's whatever you say, not even in these days of tech and phone and all the rest of them. Anything anybody hears makes news. So one has to know that the couples or whatever relationship they are keeping as couples must be strong in communication. Now, know who you have, not know who is outside that will tell you who you have. So you have to know who you have. You have to. The Bible says test every spirit. So even in the kingdom of God, you are still being told to test every spirit. Don't say because an angel came, he wore white and he's doing finger, all those nonsense. It's of God. Test the spirit. It could be a familiar spirit coming in that disguise. So it's quite unique and important that we should be able to know, communicate, and communicate. Somebody once said, what is the strength of marriage? I say communication. What destroys marriage? Lack of communication. What can build marriage? Communication. What can make marriage so far? Communication. You stop communicating, you get far. You communicate, you are close. Communicate on everything and absolutely everything. Everything. Now, after communication, what? You come to an aspect that many people neglect. And that's the aspect of intimacy. Intimacy can never come if you don't take the person the way the person is.
That's right.
Don't go after somebody that you will complain of who the person is to somebody else. Every aspect of the person should look unique to you. And even what people complain, once you marry the person, that aspect that people complain becomes your advantage. Let me make a little bit, let me be a little bit funny here. You know, I used to have, let me use the language big head. You know, I have one or two contours, you know, you see it now because I'm blessed. God has blessed me. Yeah. And it was my wife that came in that made those areas to hide. And then you come in and you say, he has a big ass contour. I have to give. My wife said, that's the reason why I went for him. That's why I went for this man. That is what I went for. So you definitely have to see yourself specifically going for what people reject if you see that you love somebody. That aspect will be unique. I have another person again. The husband snores. Friends cannot accommodate it. But here he marries a very wonderful wife. And they asked the wife, what do you like? That he said, my husband snores a lot. He said, but that's why I love him. I mean, can you love somebody who snores and disturbs you? He said, because if not for the snoring, I wouldn't have been waking up to pray. I wouldn't have been waking up to go to work on time. It's a gift from God. Wow. It's an angel that came in form of my husband.
Turning disadvantage to disadvantage.
Thank you very much.
I love that.
So it's important, it's unique. And I give glory. So you must build intimacy. You must build intimacy. You must, everything that makes you to be intimacy, build it. And be, because if you have intimacy, you can't be intimidated by your spouse. You cannot. And whether it's there or it's not there, you see the relationship keeps going and keep getting interesting. So that is the value and the blessedness of the love and the glory that has to be partake in marriage. Those three things are very vital, absolutely very vital. There could be A, B, C attached to each of them, but those three absolutely very, very vital.
How do you settle your?
The truth of the matter is that any man that said they don't quarrel before is one of the fakest people you have learned to learn from them. I mean, there must be misunderstanding. Misunderstanding is what makes you to have an understanding.
Yes, sir.
And through understanding, intimacy is built. Communication comes with misunderstanding to understanding. That's how we communicate. From understanding to intimacy. So, I mean, we've had couples like that many, many years back when we had our ministry and we just started our ministry. It was so funny that we had these couples that was invited and we asked them to talk about marriage and they sat down. And guess what? The husband looked at us and said, we've been married for about 30-something years. We have never one day quarreled. One day we have never quarreled. You look at the wife said, yes, yes, yes. It was then I know that we can't bring them back again till tomorrow. We have the fakest people. I'm not looking for marriage that I've never had misunderstanding. I'm looking for one that will tell me how they overcome their misunderstanding. And so that we can learn. We wanted to learn then as a young couples, but we have nothing to learn from these people. It was much later I personally started settling their problem. I just found that the two of them have been quarreling, have been having issues deeper than ordinary quarrel, deeper than misunderstanding, entering hatred. And here they are in the front of people saying we've never. So you can understand such an aspect. So we settle how we settle our dispute. Let me use the language misunderstanding. How we settle our misunderstanding is by trying to understand each other more. Wow. And the second way is accepting we're guilty. Sometimes I will say I'm guilty so that we'll settle ourselves. Sometimes she will say she's guilty. We have to accept we are guilty, accept our wrong. We know our strength, we know our weaknesses. So we know it. So when it comes up with it, this is our weakness. This is your weakness. This is my weakness. And so already we accept responsibility. I don't take my title pastor or whatever title professor to the house. When I'm living in the confined zone of where bishop or whatever comes in, I drop it from the domain where I'm bearing it. When I get to the gate, it's dropped of my house. I drop the toga of a prophet. When I get to my house, it's dropped. I play with my children. But you know, when you carry that toga, bishop, apostle, you can't play around. They'll give you code and conduct. No, it doesn't enter my house. Oh, you're a prof. Mind how you comport yourself. In my house, we close the gate. No comportment here. We know how we live our life. We play football together. We throw basketball together. We laugh.
Wow.
So those are the principles that kept us bonding and related.
Sir, talking to the singles, how to positioning themselves for marriage.
The truth of the matter is that many singles today are not positioning themselves, but they are putting themselves in position.
Wow.
Many of them are not positioning themselves, but putting themselves in position. How do I say so? These are the times you find that singles don't even trust God to help them. So they want to help themselves. I think you have heard where you see a young lady saying that God, I want God to give me a man who has money, who has car. Me, I don't want to suffer. My father suffered, my grandfather suffered. We don't even have a house safe. God, he must be able to build a house for my parents. He must be able to. One single once told me, he said, Daddy, God forbid I suffer in my life. So I said, okay, are you working hard and you will not suffer? He said, Daddy, I've done my best. I'm very praying for your husband coming now because I know he's going to have everything. And I told the lady, I said, welcome to the new agenda. You are part of the properties the man is going to buy. He may have property. I said, yes, he has gotten property before, so you are going to be enlisted as a property. You cannot enter what you can't dictate.
That's right.
Neither can you enter what you never possess. You cannot also have a say in what you are not part of the development.
Wow.
So that's why they enter into marriage. And the man will say, don't talk here. Don't come and talk nonsense here. What did you contribute to this house? I made before you came in. So you are one of those I'm making. That's where the problem is. I've not even had a young man say, God, give me a lady who has money. Because I know it's not easy for me. I will spend in my house, my wife. I'm the head of the home. He has to bring the money for us to spend. They are looking for vice versa. These are mentalities that are obsolete, stupid, and unspiritual. In fact, unscriptural. And most of those who do such things are those who you, in quote, think goes to church. They said, in the name of the Lord. No, there's no in the name of the Lord where common sense applies. And so it is important that they should know how to be disciplined. Don't look for a disciplined man or a woman when you are not. Don't even start going, God, give me a fantastic man who loves God, and you don't love God. Why are you deceiving yourself? Don't ask for what you don't have. So, build your self-esteem, build yourself, be hardworking, be cook-working. A female must learn how to cook. Be cook-working. You don't carry your husband every day and say, today we are going to Mega Chicken, not tomorrow we are going to Chicken Republic. Well, no problem. It lasts so well when the marriage is new. All of a sudden, the man's eyes will open. He said, honey, I think I have married one of my losses. You know, those are the things that it's great. So they have to learn discipline. They have to learn comportment. They have to learn how to be hardworking, not struggle, how to be hardworking. And go for a man who is hardworking, not for a man who made money that you don't know the source through which the money is coming from. Yes,
sir. If you have an opportunity to sing for your wife, what would be your choice song?
Well, I will sing the song she loves so much. Habulukwanu monyu womale ime Chineke onyu womale odiye koro habulukwanu monyu womale ime Chineke. So mama, you hearing that? Wherever you are going, you are hearing it. I'm singing this song especially for you, and I'll put your name. Obi Wamo, Obi Munyem, Obi special lady.
Yes, Mama, you just
such
heard that.
A beautiful, wonderful
you just
woman.
Heard that from Bishop.
Before beloved Nkem, I call her Nkemo only.
Wow, wow, wow. Mama will be hearing you speak on this channel.
Yes.
You'll be hearing you speak on this channel. Wow, that's lovely. So let's run away from the marriage talk. Can we talk about ministry?
Yes.
The church and the ministry. The church and the ministry arm.
Yeah. Well, The church arm is an unstoppable church, and is an offshoot of Grace Prevailing Ministry. It's the church arm of Grace Prevailing Ministry. Now, Grace Prevailing Ministry has a lot it does. It has a lot of outreaches under it, and at the same time, it also have publishing, ordinations, and so many other things that has to do with the ministry arm of Grace Prevailing Ministry. And it has to do with my own travelings and the rest of ministerially and the rest of things like that. And the ministry arm, God is helping us. God has given me grace to be relevant. Let me use the language. I'm on the committee of relevant people in the land, and I give God the glory for what He's doing. God has given me grace to be notable speakers in so many big international conferences, big platform churches, and the rest of them. I give Him all the glory, and all the glory belongs to Him. The church arm, fantastic. God is helping us. God is absolutely helping us. The church arm is growing, and God is helping His work. God is increasing us, blessing us, helping us, and with a lot of testimonies coming.
Yeah, let's talk VOI.
Yes.
Voice of Integrity.
VOI is an arm. Voice of Integrity International is a leadership arm that God gave me grace to conceive. I've led many pastors. I've had pastor association many years back. Revival Ministers Fellowship, we have a lot of pastors, bishops, everybody come in, sit down, we're blessed. We've had a whole lot about that, and God led me to start talking about integrity in leadership. And when you talk, somebody asked me, when you talk about integrity, does it mean, I get me now, you have integrity, I get me now, you don't have state? That's not true. That's not true. As far as we live in this world, am I speaking one thing or the other? No, that's not true. But what we are saying is that we are coming in and asking that we do the right thing. We live by example, we become a testimony. There was a day like those days when people are looking for a job. They come to church. That time, I can still remember the 80s. They come to church to seek for people to be employed because they know that the church will have made a whole lot. The pastor will not tell lies. But now the fear of meeting somebody in church is the beginning of wisdom. It's been infiltrated. No problem. It could be what is associated to expansion. To expansion. It could be. But that's where a voice must come in. Why are we coming in? We're coming in to correct the norms of pride in ministry, correct the norms of egocentrism that we have pastors living in ministry. Coming to say, let's be like our Jesus is. Let's carry each other's body. Let's be real, and let's try to do the best we can say we want to do, and that's the arm of it. And it's been a great time having collective mind. Now, there's so many people that if you call them to anything, they don't want to go anymore because they've been damaged more than built in where they have gone. But this one has been a testimony on his own and trusted, and people see it can only be God that is doing what we are doing. And so the leadership, the voice of integrity is a leadership arm, praise God, that will come together. We'll talk about building leadership capacity. We'll talk about building exponential capacity and exceptional capacity in whatever we do as Christians. For pastors as pastors, for Christians in different fields, fine. And the end product is rewarding excellence, checking the society and see those who have championed the name of Jesus in their chosen field by the works of their hand. No, you don't honor people when they die. Let them see that you appreciate them when they are alive. And I believe God that that's what we are doing, and that's what Grace Prevailing Ministry is doing as well.
So is it just for pastors or workers?
No. It's for pastors, it's for Christian leaders. Pastors, workers who are Christian leaders, politicians who are Christian leaders, youth leaders who are Christian leaders, you understand, businessmen leaders, entertainment leaders who are Christians. And they are leaders in the different fields. So
is there any kind of a registration if one wants to be part of the movement?
Yes, you just go straight to Voice of Integrity International Movement on Facebook. You register there. There's a registration slot. You register. Whatever they ask, you could be reservation of seat and the rest of them. Because we know a lot of people will be there this year. A whole lot will be there this year. And if you cannot, then get ready to register on site. Registration is free. When you get there are people that they will give 1 or 2 packages and they wish to, maybe those who are on the decks, they wish to ask you to be a support. You can. They give you a free gift that you receive while you are entering into the conference. So it depends on you, but you have to be there. And you have to be there, you'll be blessed, and you'll be a testimony if you are there.
What a blast. Wow. 3 keys for blissful marriage. You heard that?
Powerful.
Wow, what a blast. A lot to learn from the prof. No wonder he's the prof.
He's not being called a prof. Professor.
Yeah,
Professor
my prof.
He's truly a professor.
There's a lot we say. Somebody invited and to talk about marriage, and they said for 30 so many years they've not quarreled, and he told him, said, this is the last time I will invite you because there's nothing to learn from you.
Is it possible? Is it really possible for people to be married, 2 people to be under the same roof without quarreling for that long time?
Hey, Prof. Hey, you heard him sing for the wife. Wow, Prof, you got a good voice. Mama, I hope you're watching.
Yeah. Mama, we are looking forward to having you.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We can't wait to have you
right here.
Yes,
to
right
talk
here.
marriage and family. That thing that has kept you going for this long. We want a little of the secrets.
Yeah, we know you're far away in America, but then that's what we're gonna do it. You're gonna send the clip, but then we want to hear you talk.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna hear you talk. Wow, VOI, Voice of Integrity. This woman that awards people from all walks of life, as long as you have what? Integrity. And the network is for them. Please rush. The rush is on. Go and hey, we're part of that network.
We are part of it.
We're part of that network. Oh my God. You've heard him talk about the church. A lot. Hey, yes, something good is happening. Going to happen in Lagos. Ojodu Bega. The Voice of Integrity International Conference. This comes up once a year. So don't miss it. The 16th, 17th, and 18th of August. We'll be there doing the red carpet. I will be there. Don't miss it. People are coming from all over the globe. All over the globe. People are from America, from UK, just name it, from Europe. People are already booking their tickets. So what are you waiting for? You can imagine somebody spending whooping 2 million naira in this hard time just to come for that conference. Hey, that means there's something to hear from the prof himself. A lot of great resource person will be on ground. Hey, what are you waiting for? Put a call through. The numbers on the screen. You don't want to miss that conference for anything. The 17th, 18th, 19th of August 2023. Hey, Ojodu Bega is the place to be. Joy, let's run away from here.
Yes, let's run away.
And Mama is the founder of the Blessed Sisters Forum. That's for women. Awesome people. Hey, let's run. Like an hour. Before running away from here, we'll always do like this. Please like, share, and subscribe.